Hello, and welcome to teamfortress.tv. This is the third stream. I'm obliged to say that if you're looking for the Reason versus the Knutson game, that's over up on the primary stream, teamfortress.tv. And if you're looking for the Suave versus Lethal game, that is teamfortress.tv too. But, semantics past now. I'm your cast TurboTabs. Join with me on the co-caster is Hildreth, and our production tonight is brought to you by Sim. How are you doing, Hildreth?
Oh, I'm doing great. Just the chance to be here to make history and be on Team Fortress TV's third stream. The first casters, man. I've got to put this down there with being part of the first ever Highlander cast in TF2. This beats it, just about.
Yeah, man, I'm glad you could be here. You could crack the bottle against the boat, drink some of the wine. Just, soak it all in.
I was wondering what you were on about, but is that a northern thing?
No, it's when you get a new boat, usually it's customary to smash a bottle of wine or a glass of champagne or something to kind of christen it in a way. I don't know. People with boats are weird, man.
All right, that makes sense now. Yeah. So tell me about these teams.
All right, tonight it will be CPLAY versus Lego. So let's quickly introduce CPLAY right here. Let me see if I can bring up the magical stats onto the screen. I'm finding it somewhere here. There's a long list of teams here. Okay, open report, and voila! We should see it right before your eyes. I'll introduce CPLAY, and you take Lego, yeah?
Sounds like a plan.
Alright, so for CPLAY, playing on Medic tonight is Cuba, Blub on Demoman, Feeling on the Pocket Soldier. Kratos, I'm afraid, isn't playing tonight. He will be... There will be a Merc of Kerry, a very old German name, dating all the way back from season 7 of 6v6, but he has played some Highlander in between there, so he's not completely rusty. And then you've got Dob on the Roaming Soldier and Profix on the Scout.
Yeah, that's a...
Alright.
I was going to say, it's a decent lineup. They've only got 3 points to show this season, so... what can really be said? They've been playing together for quite a while. CPLAY. This Kerry Scout. You were telling me pre-game he was the partner of Stefan before.
Yeah. Once upon a time, when Shocky was just a wee tyke in Tiv2, he was playing with Kerry over in N2O Gaming. A very, very old team, but I think it was a well-established talent team, really, with a bunch of up-and-comers. But really, the only ones that have survived to this day are just Shocky, I'm afraid.
It's quite a thing to be the scout partner of the best scout in European TF2 history, I have to say. But shall we go on to Lego? Let's talk about them
Alright, let's open the Lego browser right here. Okay. More magic should be streamed right in through your TVIs. If you take it away, Hildreth.
Yeah, of course. On the Lego roster tonight, I mean, they've changed rosters quite a lot over the years, but we've got Beta playing the medic. He's known for his frag videos, frag shows at the end of the season. Dr. Phil, he's been playing almost every class for Lego. He's on the Demo Man, probably his best class tonight. Josh, the Irish soldier, long-time TF2 player, he's on Pocket Soldier tonight. Crizzle will be playing Roma for them. Sorax, he's been having a great season. Sorax was one of the upcoming talents of the season a couple of seasons ago. He's on Scout, and his partner's Sepulch. I'm going to be embarrassing myself when I try and pronounce his name. He's the other Scout for Lego tonight. He's making his step up into Prem this season. So tell me about Lego, because the thing about this game is it is 7th versus 8th in Prem, and we've got 1 point for Lego, 3 points for CPLAY.
Yeah, Lego. What can I say? It was kind of a team that kind of strung together somewhat slightly before the season, maybe a month or two or so. Kind of just carry on that Lego legacy as F2 and Natural stepped down for the team, and I think another player did end up being dropped later on in the season. But yeah, Dr. Phil kind of salvaged as many players as he kind of got to. He's still got some of that Danish blood in the shape of Beta beating in the team, but he had to kind of break the national barrier of the Danish community and start bringing in Josh from Ireland, Sorex from Italy, Sepluch from Finland. So
It's interesting because one of the things they say about these teams that are just one nationality is when you start bringing in international teams, generally, historically, in TF2, that's the beginning of the end for the team. So I'm going to put money on them folding next season. You heard it here first. I'm going to wait for that hate mail from Dr. Phil.
No, I think they've had a very incredible season. And I know it doesn't show on the scores. They are last right now. I don't think they have do they have a point to their name?
They have one. Yeah.
They got the one humble point, but they've been playing like quite good TF2. I would say they've been challenging every single team that they've been up against, and that's like a lot to say. To say at this point, most teams have just I don't know, folded by the end of it.
And looking over their games, a lot of 5-0s in there. They've had a few half decent maps, but I think last week though it was their best performance, or when they played Somniac on Snake and Sunshine. They did lose 6-1 on the Snake.
Yeah, but those 5-0s, Hildreth, they can be deceiving. It doesn't show the amount of heartbreaker rounds you've got in there, and just the amount of DM presence or mid fights they've been winning.
Yeah, it does show you that you lost 5-0 there.
You go kick them while they're down, I see. Well, anyway,
it's all about points, man. This game, it doesn't matter what the round score is at the end of the day.
Basically, the story tonight is that Lego have been somewhat on the up and up. Everyone would say, everyone would probably agree. While CPLAY has kind of been plateauing, so everyone's a bit curious now whether or not Lego have pushed that line past the CPLAY. But tonight we'll get to see, I suppose.
Yeah, and what's interesting is the game against Somniac last week. Now, I did hear a lot about, Demol joining the roster, Nico murking for them, and apparently Demol had no mic on Pocket. So it was a bit funny, but Lego did get the 3-3 in normal time, and then they did lose the golden cap, but getting the 3-3 in normal time against Somniac, top 4 team, is a decent result for them. So this game is absolutely crucial tonight because there's CPLAY sitting above them with 3 points. The only point CPLAY took this season was one map.
I think it was on Lethal Weapon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Going through the history, they won that map 5-3. It was Gully Wash. And how much of a miss do you think Kratos will be for them? If you can bring up his stats, if you go back to the team sheet, can you do that?
Let's see. Let's get a regular old plain head-to-head of the entire team, and then we'll have a bit of a more conclusion to draw from that. So, quick transition here should be feast your eyes on the team head-to-head.
Oh, so many graphs,
so many bars. It's all confusing, but don't worry, we're here to walk you through it. So, with Kratos being missing tonight, reasons right now we don't know. We're not sure if he's been replaced or if he's just missing. I think initially you see on the match page, little murmurs right there that they show interest with playing with him, even accommodating his time constraints and whatnot. So maybe Kerry here is just ringing in tonight. But as for the impact, I guess it really comes down to how rusty is Kerry. As Kratos was regarded as one of the more weaker scouts in the entire Prem division. What with it not being his main class, he is a demo man at heart, I see.
In the pre-season playoffs, and he performed pretty well on Scout, but since the start of the Prem season, hasn't always been cutting it. That's the criticism of Kratos, hasn't been performing. So not having him in for Kerry, I don't know what kind of a difference it's going to make. Looking at these head-to-heads, you could just see like the damage per minute for Sorax is 295. The kills per minute.
I'm glad you brought Sorax up. I've actually got
I've
got a special head-to-head for Sorax. We'll slap that up right now because you don't have to preach to me. I love Sorax. Ever since that first game I cast in the Prem, I just became a believer. This guy is absolutely incredible. I would say one of the top MVP players of the entire season of the Prem.
I would be hard-pressed not to disagree because, he's not playing on a top team, is the difference for Sorax. He's playing on a team like Lego. It's really hard to stand out when your team's losing every match. But statistically, he's putting in the performance. You could see the stats there, just showing his DPM, his kills per death, higher than Profix. Profix, he doesn't really stand out like Sorax has been doing. say, I'd say there are decent stats for Profix, but Sorix is really the standout player. Probably would you say in the match?
Yeah, I would say definitely he would definitely be the standout player, just as part of the whole team. But Profex is more the player that just kind of does what he says on the tin. But I have been told that we are going live, so if you're just joining us, this is teamfortress.tv, stream number 3. This is week 6 of season 20, powered by TT Esports. This is our first map, Sunshine, Lego versus CPLAY. What's happening on mid, Hildreth?
There's not too much. There's a lot of bombs on the left side by CPLAY. The two soldiers going aggressive. Kerry's actually gone forward, and he's taken out 2. I think that's actually his 3rd kill of this mid, and I think it's going to be a comfortable mid win for CPLAY. Although their position is really far back at the moment. Lego are quite far forward, and yeah, DOB bombs in, catches Sorax. Lego wanting to stay in there, even though they had lost 3 players for 1, and his actually aggression onto BT. He's going to go down. Kerry chases him down. What a start for Kerry, because this fight isn't even over. He's got 4 kills. He might die here. He's managed to escape through the cafe. That was a heck of a good middle for him.
Yeah, he's definitely answered that question. He kind of blew up that mid with the 3 kills straight off the bat, and realising that the point was not enough for Kerry. He went straight for Beta and took him out as well, and quickly evacuated. Did kind of trip over his feet slightly in that choke and almost got taken out, but it was okay in the end. But with Lego, they actually forced out the Uber on that mid there, as we were just quickly analysing, and now CPLAY do push them out of that second, and it's a 3-second for CPLAY.
So Uber v Uber on last, no advantage really for either team. I can see the engineer is going up for Sipuch on the defense, trying to hold that last point. Other than that, pretty standard. It'll be interesting to see how CPLAY elect to push this last point. I can see them holding really far back, playing it safe. They got their flank trying to pressure the lobby. There's actually a sticky trap from Dr. Phil somewhere. He's watching one lower and on the right side. There's not. It's up to CPLAY to make the move, really.
Yeah, Sunshine, with it being a new map, teams aren't really confident pushing out on those very, very minor advantages or thin, even possible trades. So right now they're just going to feel comfortable and like put a sentry gun at last and just wait for CPLAY to make a mistake. Now CPLAY have a couple of options left open to them. They can just try and push out like they're doing right now with the old Uber, force them off. Actually, it was just a plain old force from Dodd. They weren't going to go in with the Uber. It just looked like they gave him a very, very healthy buff before they forced him in. And Lego, they didn't even do anything with that Uber. They weren't managed to force him. And they even picked off a couple of players there trying to actually force CPLAY in that lobby area. And now, but they still have to take on this sentry gun. And this sentry gun in this left-hand corner of the last point is very difficult to take down, Hildreth.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, they had a look at it lower and they thought it's probably not a good idea to Uber 4v4 when their respawn is right next to the point we're fighting to, because when the CPLAY respawns coming in from that back spawn will take a longer time to get there. So it would be a disadvantage to push at that stage, so they're going to wait for 6 players. They've actually got to pick on Sorax. For the push.
SOS just charged into that lobby there. They popped the Uber on the left-hand side. I'm not sure about that though, because that sentry gun's not going to be dealt with for quite a long time. And they didn't use that Uber at all to take down the sentry gun. They do actually have Profex hiding up on this right-hand side here, but he's kind of useless right now. He's got no room to breathe with this sentry gun just breathing down his neck. And now they try to rotate round. Maybe they can pick off the sentry gun from this side, but it's just in such well positioned by Sepluch there. And now the Uber actually does come out for Lego here. See if they can get a pick. They get a pick onto the feet. I'm feeling the pocket soldier for CPLAY. It seems the fat man strat for CPLAY wasn't working out there, Hildreth.
It was a bit of a nervous Uber from Beta. I mean, I saw it the first time he popped. Originally, he was just standing around eating rocket spam, and he got forced early. This time, he just kind of popped just to relieve the pressure on his team and just put them 40% down on the Uber. I didn't think he had to use in that position, but I suppose if you know the way CPLAY pushed that last point, he could be justified in his call. So I have to see what they do with this Uber.
CPLAY have another crack at it. This time they opt to actually take on the sentry gun ahead with the Uber. This is a much smarter play coming out from CPLAY, and now they're using the rest of that Uber to clean up these players. Feeling taking out 2 players and just like 2 near shotgun shots. Very well played by him. That was a much better Uber coming out from CPLAY.
Very well executed. Focus the sentry straight away, flank moves in, gets the kills, and then feeling. Everyone just separates from the medic. He runs to spawn so he can't get the rest of his Uber. Good push, and I guess that decision to pop before it hasn't been vindicated.
Alright, 1-0, 25 minutes on the clock. Dr. Phil and Blub meet each other roughly the same time on mid. CPLAY opting to kind of blob up on this left-hand side, kind of protect the red team shack, as they're actually, Josh is trying to take it away off from Protect. Actually, he gets taken out trying to get a health back there. And Lego is completely rupturing this right-hand side now, even though Feeling did jump in and pick off Beta. But what would... Yeah, pick off Beta actually, but Cuba is still alive for the team, but they're sending the dog straight to Cuba now. Can he survive this onslaught? He cannot. A scout is too much for a medic to handle, Hildreth.
Yes, indeed. It was very interesting. I decided to watch Kerry on that middle, and it just kind of brought me back to when I started TF2. The first thing you're taught as a scout is you pick a scout on middle, you track him, and then once he's been dealt with on mid, then you can go aggressive. And like, he just tracked the scout underneath the entire middle and then killed him. So he won his little fight. But these days in TF2, you've got to do more. It's not about a 1v1.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Team got wiped.
Yeah, I'm not sure if CPLAY's been scrimming with Kerry, but he seems to be like natural. He's picking it up like he's riding a bike. It hasn't phased him at all. I don't see any rust whatsoever, no questionable plays, but then again, we are only 5 minutes into the game right now.
Well, it depends what role he's playing. If he's the defensive scout or is he the aggressive scout? That's really what he needs to be doing, just supporting the Roma more, or should he be defending his medic? But here's the Uber from Lego. On the right side.
Yeah, the Uber comes out for Lego here, but frankly they've got nobody to really pressure right now. CPLAY have already backed out. They actually counter with their own Uber, seeing if they can block this point and get some picks onto them whilst doing it. All the soldiers from Lego are having such a hard time of getting out. Crizzle does kind of squeeze out in the end there, and Feeling only walks away with just a single kill. Actually, there's a lot of rampage going on in this like flowery flank area.
I don't know, CPLAY, that Uber was a bit... they had a much better Uber. It was a bit of a mistake just to take Feeling in. They should have had a scout flashed in, because Feeling just ran out of ammo and he didn't hit there's enough shots to get any more frags than the demo man. It was a decent kill to stop the push, but they could have like cleaned up 3 frags there if a scout or the demo was more confident going in the Uber with Feeling and Cuba. But I guess it's one of the reasons why we're watching 7 versus 8 tonight.
Yeah, it's a real art finding that line between showing a lot of aggression but not going too far away from your medic that you've got no Uber to really work with. As we see Dob trying to go for a pick play on this choke area. Sorex, the anti-air gun, shooting Dob out of the air, kind of keeping him suspended in the air. I bet Dob was very confused during all of that, but you know, they both trade a player. Josh went down earlier, so he's going to respawn up. Do you think he'll go pick class? He won't go pick class.
No, Josh is very classic player. Is he on the Roma tonight, Josh?
No, Josh is on the pocket.
Yeah, pocket.
He usually does play the Roma though, very well thought out, but no, because Crizzle is stuck to that Roma position like glue, he is picking up the pocket position for the team, as actually Josh does jump in. It's a bit strange, I thought Crizzle was the Roma, but actually looking at his shoes here, it looks like he's a bit more pocket flavour. Maybe they kind of switched it about during maybe tonight or the past couple of officials. As CPLAY does make the push out here, they exchange Ubers out. It was Lego to Uber first, but it looks like CPLAY has multied a lot more, as both teams are trying to get onto their halves of the map, kind of pick up the pieces after that Uber. Phil does take out Profex in exchange, but CPLAY are doing a much better job of pushing out the rest of Lego, and they've just got too many initial casualties is one.
I saw Blub jump in. He must have got a call that somebody was weak. I don't know why he jumped in there and died. It was a bit of a bad decision, but it was a good push from CPLAY. It's bad position by Lego in the Uber, but good play by Sorex to go behind them. And even though attempt to push back from Lego, they've got their scouts in right now, but they've lost their demo man at the start of this fight. I don't know if they should just pull out right now. Here comes the jump forward, DOB with a double. Sepulch and Josh down. They're still trying to fight this Profex with another kill. They have to get out now, Lego. They're going to lose. Yeah, they're going to get wiped here. Poor decision to stay in as soon as they lost Dr. Phil at the start of the fight.
There was a lot of communication errors there, Hildreth. I could just see people were like dashing in, but then suddenly backing out, and then they were just stuck in that choke, like deer to headlights, and they were just stuck there. Had no idea what to do, and they just kind of took the brunt of all that CPLAY aggression. But now as CPLAY push in with their Uber on last, as Lego just scram all their units together, see if they can defend out that last point, but there's so much cap time on it. Feeling is maybe he can take out these last 4 players, but the focus fire from Lego is superior. He actually takes out the rest of the players. Dob is still alive there. Will he make the jump?
Dob's
He doesn't
jumping
dare.
in.
But here comes Blub. He comes with the initial distraction. But where's Dob? Dob is not supporting him through all this. And now he finally comes in. That's too late. He goes for Beta, but Beta is not taken down.
Yeah, one at a time. It was a strange. They had a full Uber there, CPLAY, and the medic just put it on, thinking, yeah, we're going to clean up the frags. It doesn't matter if I use it or not. And they just didn't get the kills. They just failed, and I don't know. It's just a really bad push from CPLAY. Good DM in the end. Focus fire is the same by Lego. Poor jumps in at the end as well from DOB and Blub, not sinking. And here comes the Lego push with Uber advantage. Can they make it better than their last one, Turbo?
Well, they're going straight across mid now, but most of the CPLAY players actually meant to get out. Except for the medic and demo, those are the most important classes in the game, Hildreth. And what an Uber coming out from Lego there, that is exactly what they need. The rest of CPLAY now are just suspended to pick-off duty. See if they can get off all these picks, cut off the losses, and maybe consolidate all these useless classes into some sort of med pick.
It's one at a time. None of them are syncing up with each other. There's no sync. I mean, I saw CPLAY play a couple of weeks ago against Zinots and Rollerbladers on Logjam, and they actually impressed me because their flank was working well together. They had good pushes. You know, they're working more as a team. In that passage of play, there was like players were getting quite out of position, and they're just jumping in one at a time. It's not really the CPLAY I saw before.
Yeah, Kerry must be disgusted right now with his team. He's doing all this hard work with his 3 dominations and still can't manage to pull it off, and now he has to go switch out to heavy. He does actually take out Sorek during all the chaos of that Uber push from Lego there, but the counter jumps coming out from CPLAY now as they rotate around. They just didn't stick off that that spawn point, Hildreth, and stop CPLAY from coming back in and defending that point.
As first push for Lego onto the CPLAY last, first failure. But I suppose they're showing that they are in this game, and it is only 1-0 because they could have been 2-0 down easily. They should have been. So to be on CPLAY last there was, I think, is a let off for CPLAY there. That push. You were mentioning Kerry on the 3 doms. You think he's having a good game? Or could he be baiting his team a little bit? Who knows? I'm watching him now on middle. He's very cautious. He just wants to sit there and cap. He should go forward and pick the scout off. In the end, he just sits on the cap. So I don't know. I think he could be a little bit more aggressive. I mean, maybe he's not covering his teammates as much. Have to keep an eye on him.
I don't know. Maybe he's just been sent on that bitch class role of capping the points, doing the silly objectives, checking those boring corners.
You can cap and support your team. It doesn't really matter if you get the cap super quickly, especially when you get no frags in the Uber. Because I just felt like he could have got that scout kill if he pushed up with Profix.
Yeah, I can see what you mean though. He did look very cautious. He was all the way back behind his team whilst his team was doing all the brunt of that pushing there.
His team were Ubered as well.
Yeah, you know, Lego really need to get a move on here. They actually do finally pop a very nice force coming out from Dob over there. And now, but CPLAY have actually got their Uber back. There's Lego just taking too long to push in with their own Uber, and now the CPLAY are just pushing the rest of Lego back out, and they've lost nothing during all this Uber exchange. It's a very, very good situation for CPLAY to go in. They actually go in trying to pick off more, but are they going a bit too aggressive, Hildreth? They're losing players.
The combo's in a good position. I don't know about that play from Profix, but Kerry actually goes down to Phil. I think he's a sticky trap there. And now that should prompt
the big bomb
to get
from
out.
DOB is going on Beta, but Beta picks up the health kick and survives. But Josh is making the counterplay onto Blub now, takes him out, and now it's just the medic and feeling, you know, backing off, not even sticking on mid, they just going straight to their own second. Ooh, the sniper play from Profix coming out at choke there. It does take out Sepluch. That's going to make that cap a bit slower, but with the entire team there, it's hardly missed.
I was going to say, one of the things about Blub, I noticed him in the last time I watched CPLAY, he seemed to overextend quite a little bit, so I'm wondering if he's doing the same. But that sniper gives Lego something else to think about as they push in. They Uber early again, force through the choke, and their combo's actually committed quite a lot here. Are they going to lose their medic? I think he just about manages to get away beaten. No, DOB chases him down. So, but CPLAY's players have actually managed to come in, and I don't know what's happened with Lego. Like, they seem to all separated out. Josh is completely alone here in Cafe trades with Feeling. and it's just Dr. Phil left. So it was bizarre that they had such a better Uber, Lego, but they managed to get themselves in the right mess with that push.
I can tell you what happened to Hildreth. Actually, Lego Ubered in from choke there, and Crizzle just pushed straight past them with that Uber, and trying to maybe get a pick off in that flank area or get behind into the core of CPLAY. But Feeling wasn't having anything. He wasn't taking that bait whatsoever, and actually stood his ground at choke and picked off Beta as he was confused, thinking, oh, I need to back up, not push him right now. It's just Crizzle that we sent in. As CPLAY have yet another Uber onto second here. They actually take out a load of players, 3 players down. That is a very, very ideal and realistic Uber coming out from CPLAY.
I don't know, CPLAY they looked like they were about to go straight into last, and then they just delayed it to rotate on the top. This is going to bring the spawners in for Lego, so it's a bit of a risky move, but double jumps.
CPLAY are already in last though, and they're still in resupply. They're actually sticking up the last point. They've got the scouts already onto point. That is what CPLAY need to do on these points. It's not Uber on the point, but just get the scouts on there and cap it as soon as.
It's a bit risky because they chose to rotate instead of going straight into last. They could have let the spawns come in, but they managed to, when they were actually in last, they were very aggressive and got the kills and scouts on the point, as you say.
I don't know, those respawners looked awfully slow to me, but as we are off to another mid here, it's 2 points to CPLAY so far, 13 minutes left onto the clock, as CPLAY again favouring this left-hand side on the mid. And everyone's just contesting for this hut area right here, and right now we're not sure who's winning it. It looks like it is CPLAY, not CPLAY, it is Lego winning, even though you do see a health advantage slightly for the CPLAY lineup. It's just Profex, the plain old does what it says on the tin scout. He's no superstar like Sorex, who's still left up capping midpoint right now.
Yeah, it was an important win for Lego. They just lost that second round, 13 minutes on the clock. It'd be interesting to have a look at the if we had live stats, but I'm just looking at going by the scoreboard. It feels like Dr. Phil isn't having that much of an impact in this game. I mean, we've seen a lot of mistakes from Lego as a team in this, losing players in the Uber, overextending with the Uber taking too long to push back in, that sort of thing. But I don't know, I don't see any of the big players coming in.
The big bomb in from Josh. He goes towards the lighthouse, but he just cannot get on top of that medic. He's very well positioned, kind of between the inside of that lighthouse and that balcony area. Very difficult for Josh to actually get that pick.
Yeah, he read it well, Cuba. I mean, you're never going to force a medic from that far back unless you got some sort of crazy jukebox X type rocket jumping skills. So
yeah, look at that structure as well. It's just a big haven for a medic to hide in if things just get too sour.
Josh has got a spy. It feels like sort of like North American TF2 here. What Suicide Euroma and then have him go spy. This is like watching Mackie and Harblue at Tagaroom. This
is very interesting, as I think this might be one of the few times that Josh, maybe even the first time that Josh is like off class this season. As I was doing the stats pre-game, I couldn't even find another class that Josh has played all season. So we'll see what his first time on the spy will yield here. It looks like CPLAY are aware of it. I feel like they must have heard a cloak sound, because he did cloak underground. And the height limit, yeah, they spot him out immediately. No, the Oscar does not go to Josh whatsoever for that performance.
Well, they might be 8th place in Prem, but they are Premiership players with a lot of experience. If you go to Suicide 1 player, it's kind of like, it's always in the back of your mind. Actually, DOB with a great bomb in there, drops Beta. I don't think he expected that, and the team certainly didn't expect it, because they couldn't stop it. 2 crisp rockets from DOB. Full advantage to see that everything's going their way in this game. Except for Profix losing that fight to Sorex on the flank here, and Sorex is still fighting. He's fighting Kerry. Kerry just needs to finish him off. Does finish him off, but Crizzle's actually came in to help his scout out.
Back cap from Dr. Phil here. He's actually sticking up the point, preventing CPLAY from coming in, although Feeling does kind of back him up now with a very nice crisp air shot coming out from Feeling. Oh, that's a defence. But yeah, very quick thinking play from Dr. Phil and Sorex there.
They're trying to make things happen. Both the scouts tried to get behind, Crizzle got behind, Dr. Phil got behind. There's a bomb, Josh here on the medic. You see, they're just so desperate to make things happen because they're not going their way. And look, they suicide 2 people again. And another suicide attempt from Crizzle, and they've left their medic alone. Great surf from Beta to get away from DOB, but his team aren't doing anything. They just keep suiciding players in rather than put their team on second, put a defense as a team. They keep suiciding one by one. It's not really good team performance here from Lego.
Yeah, Lego are feeling the pressure here with 10 minutes left and 2 rounds
Phil
down. And Dr. Phil is even caught out in this underground area. He does get a nice, sly pick onto Kerry there. And actually forces the Uber out of Cuba onto second point there. What a fantastic performance by... I take it all back, Phil. That looked completely planned, and I will never question you again.
That was a really poor play from CPLAY, because Phil was so caught out. He made a mistake with his position, and he didn't get punished because they missed their shots. That's my opinion anyway, and I'll go.
Yeah, well, if anything, he got a nice little cookie for his poor performance there. Maybe Nemo should aspire to be as bad as him.
CPLAY should have dealt with him. But look at these suicides again from Lego. They're actually trying to push behind it though and get the cap.
I don't know what they're trying to accomplish with this cap, because all well and good, you get this cap, but CPLAY are just going to cap it right back. Sure, you might buy more time, maybe, but that point caps just as quickly as it does to kind of transition between second to last. As now you've got Feeling coming straight in. The nice Uber to save Dr. Phil on 36 HP there. Very unlucky for Feeling, but Beta he's having I would say, an alright performance, even though his team are kind of leaving him in the dust with these questionable pushes into mid and then getting mulched. What with between the surfs away and these clutch Ubers.
Yeah, I mean, he started off a bit nervously by the look of it, but I don't think you can fault Beta for how his team are playing, because they're just playing too solo at the moment. Speaking of solos, there's Sorax getting a kill on DOB, denying the Roma, but he does actually go down, trying to make something happen. He's been very quiet in this game, and look at this really early Uber from CPLAY, and Beta's actually milked it quite a lot. But Sepulchre's gone into the sneaky area and actually gets picked off. A bit of a mistake from him not to trust his medic.
Oh, people have not called Crizzle that was actually behind Blub there. He actually gets taken out by his own rocket, trying to rain fury onto Blub there, but he's got way too much help. Now the rest of CPLAY, Lego, are just so low trying to defend this point off now, delaying as much time, but there's a full 3 seconds left for those spawners to even come in and intervene. 3-0 on the board for CPLAY.
Cuba put some good heals around there on the players that have been focused, and there was we were praising Beta. He milked that Uber really well, but his team didn't handle it. Like Sepulch on heavy, he ran to sneaky rather than just take a flash to Uber, and he got picked off. And as you mentioned, Crizzle been behind. Nobody really there to help him be denied because Sorax was dead. So I don't know. 3-0 to CPLAY. It's really going to be hard for Lego to get back into this. Going to watch Crizzle try to make something happen. He bombs top. Watch his Feeling get killed by his scout partner. Now he's taking control of the high ground, but Profex has managed to put a flank onto the Beta, take him out, so no medic for Lego. They've got a couple of players still in mid here, doing some work. Crizzle, he's still alive, but they should just get picked off. But here's an aggressive bomb from Crizzle, but a lovely surf from Cuba to end the middle there. Decisive win.
Yeah, Lego looking very divided there. Like half of the team was decided to take the mid fight into CPLAY second, as whilst the rest of Lego were just kind of like sat back on mid, kind of wondering, guys, what on earth are you doing? What do I do now?
Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, full Uber charge ready for CPLAY now, as they go looking to push in from this flowery flank, kind of checking all their corners as they should. There's actually a little back cap play. Sorax gets immediately slapped down by Profex, saying that stats don't matter, I'm a solid scout. They've actually popped off in this lobby area. They've opted to go back to second and finish off that cap. Will Lego here make the push out? They don't have the Uber just yet, but they're still making a good go of it anyway. Crizzle and Josh doing work. Dob is picking up picks out here and there, but Crizzle is still picking up the rest of that the damage for Lego there. I'm not good with words.
It's hard to talk quickly, man. It's harder than you think. That's why I have so much respect for some casters, but no respect for Admirable, as he's going to rewatch this VOD. He never speaks quickly. Screw that guy.
He just uses his filthy Irish charm. That's just cheating. He was born with that.
Yeah, I'm sure you've got some Northern charm you can put on us.
There's no such thing as Northern Charmers. The scouts come barreling straight from the choke, unpunished so far, apart from Sepluch, who gets taken out by Kerry there. Sorex actually picks up the revenge kill onto Kerry, and now, it was really weird from Lego there. I thought they were just going to get decimated, those scouts. They just waltzed in, but CPLAY just didn't mind. They just kind of let them live, and all that room making from Lego is just kind of gave them second, now he possibly gave them last, because Sorex is just being a beast in lobby.
There we go, Sorex has finally turned it on. This could be a mistake to push here with the spawns coming in for CPLAY, but no, Sorex is on the point, making space for Phil. Phil coming in, is he going to clean this up? Oh, that was Sorex and Phil like playing their best TF2 I've seen of the night so far. Brilliant play by Sorex. He managed to catch it. It was an ill-advised decision to try and defend the point from CPLAY, and Sorex just kind of punished them there with managed to hit his shots and see Lego back into the game, and they're fighting for their lives here.
Yeah, 5 minutes left, and now Sorex has thought, yeah, this is hard enough now, and he decides to go all Super Saiyan and starts beasting people with his meat shots left, right, and centre. As now we've got another mid launched in, but Sorex is feeling the heat. He's going right up, barreling ahead. He doesn't care what the room has on his agenda right now. He does get taken out, but look at all the room he's made for Crizzle and Josh. Crizzle actually does survive the rest of that, and you've got Sepluch kind of supporting the rest of the surviving teammates.
I know, I'm a bit disappointed in Sepulch in that middle, because he wasn't really protecting his medic. That mid, he was just trying to support his team's aggression. So their medic did actually die. I don't know if they have problems with who should be Roamer, who aggressive scout or what, but that was a very good middle from Lego. It's led by Sorax, and the soldiers and Demoman all following him up. And they will actually get this second point, and you can see CPLAY. Look at this class selection. They are in park the bus mode.
You think so? They're going to hold this last point for a good 3 minutes, do you reckon? Oh, the Sorex just warps in and takes out Blood. What on earth, Sorex? And there's a sentry gun there. He actually kills Blood before the sentry gun can kill him. And fucking auto-bot sentry gun. Okay. And now all that room is just created... and they actually take out the sentry gun without the need of maneuver. Sorex is absolutely on fire right now. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's certainly leading his team forward. So for a player, we're talking him up pre-game. He hasn't done much, but now he's turning it on, and his team are kind of, especially Crizzle, have kind of like seen that from Sorex. Like he's making these plays happen. They're feeling more confident with their pushes, and suddenly 3-2, 2 minutes 45 seconds on the clock. They could tie this up right now, Lego. They're going to push over this right side turbo. I'm watching Phil go forward. So much damage into the combo, but there's a good play from Kerry. He's managed to deny the aggression. I think CPLAY are going to get this.
Very beastly airshot coming out from Feeling there to take out Beta, and CPLAY have kept their medic alive. They can just milk these heals for all they're worth, but it's really difficult. They have to face up against the final boss of Sorex now. He's the raid boss, and I wonder what chunk of change if they get when they take him out. Maybe another round.
Yeah, he's running behind. He's going to run into spawners here. I'd love to see him Lego try and push back in, but no, Sorex is dead. Phil's dead. That's gonna.
That was a very nice, clean shot coming out from Dob there, just silencing all out Sorex praise. 1 minute left on the clock, Hildreth. Lego must be feeling the pressure right now, and they're just trying to make anything happen. As Josh is making stuff happen, he actually forces out the Uber and picks off Feeling in the process. And now you've got Crizzle kind of holding up onto this second, just trying to do as much damage and allow his scouts to maybe open up and do some damage of their own. But Prophex again behind, picking on Beta. Beta must have died more times than any other player on his team, as Lego just kind of leave him pissing in the wind.
I keep having to call out Sepulch because he just doesn't seem to be in a defensive position at all, and allowed that flank to happen from Profix. As I'm watching Sorex, he's running ahead of his team. He runs into 3 players. Ill-advised decision making there. But Sepulch actually does, manages to clean up Profix on mid, so he is there capping the point. So he's still alive. 1 minute left. 40% Uber disadvantage. They really have to make it happen. Lego, CPLAY, not interested.
Yeah, a tremendous amount of pressure right now. This push is the decider for the map, and they don't even have an Uber to make this push with, but they're going for it right now through this flowery flank area. CPLAY harp on this immediately, putting a tremendous amount of spam and pressure onto that flank, and it's completely shut down the Lego push. I think now it's the fat lady is sung, Hildreth.
She's yodeling away, and it will be German voices heard after this first map, because CPLAY are going to take this 3-2 just into dead time right now, 15 seconds on the clock. It is GG. Good performance from CPLAY. They had far better pushes. I think they were slightly more in sync than Lego. Lego made sort of a lot of solo plays, not really too many fights as a team. It's only towards the end where Sorak started stepping it up that they really started to push in together, more Lego. But you know, every time CPLAY took down their medic, CPLAY got themselves into a good defensive position. Lego just jumped in one at a time, gave them more kills. So, end of the day, deserved win for CPLAY, controlled most of that match.
So do you think Lego could have very possibly won that match if Sorex just decided to turn his brain on a lot quicker, bring out that Sorex flare when it really should have started?
Possibly. He was fairly anonymous for about 25, 23 minutes, something like that. He wasn't particularly doing too much. He kept sort of trying to go for these big plays and just running into people's faces and dying. Or at least that's what I saw whenever I put my point of view on him. So I want to see some logs. I want to see who really stood out, how Kerry performed.
Yeah, I was just about to say, we don't need to speculate, we don't need to second guess. We've got the statistical power right here in our hands, and I've got the logs up. And the first thing I'm going to go to is damage. It's the big EP of the Team Fortress 2 world. And we see with the biggest EP right now is Feeling, with a good 10k damage on his pocket roll, followed up by Blub on the Demo Man with a somewhat healthy 9k damage. You know, need to put in contrast that this is after the Demo Man nerf, so Demo Man aren't quite as damaging as they used to now. But you'll be in quite a shock here, Hildreth. The next damaging player was actually Sorek, a scout player for Lego.
Look at his deaths though. That's it's a key statistic. He does put out a lot of damage, and we saw that in the stats. But I don't know. I'm not sure about that sort of KPD. I mean, I understand he is the playmaker for his team, so you know he does want to be playing it almost Zebethai style, running in there, trying to make things happen, hit me shots. But
yeah, there's a lot of responsibility in Sorex's hand. We can really kind of look at the contrast of this stat based on the kill assist per death ratio. As you see, Feeling Blub margining up there with a good like 2.5, and then Crizzle actually gets a nice good 2.3, so he's doing a lot of efficient work for his team right there. But Sorex, even though he got top damage, he only has a very plain 1.1 for his team.
yeah, and it's very interesting is the stats for Crizzle. Is he? He must obviously have not been the roamer, judging by these stats. I'm not going to have a look at the heal spread. Yeah, he was definitely the pocket. He was 26 for 16, so he died quite a lot less than his flank players did. And you can see the contrast on CPLAY. Their scouts were very much in the clean-up class because their stats are pretty impressive. You could see Kerry and Profix. I actually saw Profix did actually do quite a lot of nice flanks on the medic.
Yeah, so very big flanks. They're not really reflected in the stats. It doesn't. Well, you can maybe look at the really nitty-gritty, see how many kills he got onto the medic, but when you're looking at damage, you can't see how important that damage is. It could be very inflated to your most substantial, important damage of the game.
I could tell you about my first season in Prem. I got the second most damage in Prem, only behind Unlocked.
But what place did you come, Hildreth?
Our team came 7th in the league, but I was just making the point I got that stat higher than so many of the Demo Men ahead of me. But most of it must have been me just spamming pipes and stalemates. I swear.
All right, we can't reminisce right now, Hildreth. The second map is started. This is week 6 of season 20, powered by TT Esports. This is Biodog, Lego versus CPLAY, and we've launched straight into it as a big bomb coming in from Crizzle there, creating a lot of space for his team as Sorix kind of charges across the point, trying to get a pick, but CPLAY aren't having it whatsoever. They do lose the medic during that exchange, but it's all okay. Beta got taken out during all that chaos. And now CPLAY have actually walked away. Selplutch, you were absolutely butchering his name, and there he is now, carrying the flag of Lego. Denmark, Vinder.
Yeah, here's some very nice shots. He's running behind, causing problems. No, sorry, he's on his side. My bad. I got the teams the wrong way around. Good play by him to clean up the players that were behind.
Very cheeky, just stand on the point, just trying to cap it in front of CPLAY's face, and they do kind of lose a couple of players here, there, and everywhere. And you see some of the players kind of getting divided amongst each other. Profex has actually picked up the sniper during all that, but maybe during all this time he should have picked up a scout instead when his team looks like really need that extra stability.
Yeah, Lego did manage to get the point out, and there's a bit of a messy fight, but I think the spawns must have won that for Lego. The Viaduct, very different map, being that King of the Hill. So we've got to see different sort of plays from both teams, just to give you a position on what this game means to both these teams. That 3-2 puts CPLAY on 6 points, Lego on 1. So if CPLAY can take all 3 points on this, they have pretty much guaranteed they won't get automatically relegated, and Lego will be relegated as they're trying to push through this middle area, led by Phil. Sorix comes in and gets the frag off DOB, but he goes down to Blub. Is this going to put the end to the push?
Cuba with a very nice surf there to kind of evade one of the bombing soldiers in from Lego. Profex took a lot of time during, in saying that, he just got a very sly pick onto the soldier there, but he kind of took a lot of time during all that pushing, and I think he only got one shot off. During all that aggression coming out from Lego there. Maybe, do you think this sniper is paying off for them, Hildreth?
It does force them to be really defensive, but it actually doesn't really force any kind of early Uber there, so he needs to hit headshots right now to make it worth it. Phelan actually gets a pick on Phil. He went aggressive looking for that sniper kill, but he couldn't connect or find the sniper. Here comes the repush because they don't have a demo man on Phil. There's the headshot of the Beta. Some good play from Kerry, just playing defensive around the medic.
Well, but Sorix is coming in for the big flank from behind, but Kerry just kind of swats him away like an errant little bug that won't leave him alone. They know he's there, but they know he can't do any harm whatsoever. He can't backcap, he can't, unless he kills the sniper, he's not going to do any harm. And now they finally spend some player power to actually take him out. It was very, very easy for CPLAY there.
Yeah, just waited for him to make a move really, and then sent 2 people back to kill him. Pretty easy. They're going to push 6v5 here, probably because they're under pressure from the clock. Bomb on the right side to distract the flank from CPLAY as the combo pushes on top of the point. Josh just brought so many players back to focus him, but the Uber has come out from CPLAY to chase down Lego. Phil's going to get caught out here, and Beta gets chased down by Phelan. He does trade, but it is worth his life there to give this team the Uber advantage. There's still players behind from Lego by the look of it.
Yes, very possible risky play coming out from CPLAY there. They used the Uber to defend point to cause a lot of damage, and but what they needed to get there was Beta, and they did get him in the end. They did have to go very deep for him though. They weren't making it easy, Lego, and the scouts kind of came back on the respawn and helped out the rest of the team and on the cleanup. Now you've still got Crizzle from behind here, kind of just a sly donkey punch coming from behind there, taking out. Who was it there? Well, he hit somebody who really caught them off guard. They caught me off guard as well. And Lego actually pick up this mid.
Yeah, it was good of them to just, as soon as they lost everybody, they just pushed in straight away anyway. They didn't deal with Crizzle, who was behind them, and he was sort of tying people up behind them, so good push from Lego, as he mentioned. But will CPLAY just do the same thing? Because they did actually get Beta in that fight, so there is no Uber, but Blob has got so far forward. He's may have overextended there, but there's great work being done from the flank again from CPLAY. They've picked out 2 scouts. There's still a fight going on here. It's 2 scouts versus a soldier and a demo man. Can this splash damage do?
Oh, poor Josh. Yeah, poor Josh just getting pelted by 2 scouts there, and there's nothing to do. They're just like flying ants at this point, and you just can't hit them with a big oversized rocket launcher. Really, really difficult. And he does get taken out, and the mid goes back to CPLAY there. And even after all the work Crizzle was doing from behind, kind of tearing the attention of CPLAY into two, he's gone back to his station right there. Actually whiffs a jump, going on to Blub there, but the cradling Uber from Cuba saves him. Blub now, maybe he can do a bit of damage. Both teams are kind of just scattered right now, doing a delta split to kind of minimise this Uber damage, and now they actually come out with their own Uber Lego, but they don't really need to kill people like that, they just need to cap, and then hope the kills just come straight into their arms.
There's a flank here on the medic. It's who should be but Sorax running behind. Ooh. He takes out the medic, he actually craters in the end, and Blob actually died. He wasn't paying attention. I think he jumped in as his medic.
Yeah, it's very difficult. Oh, you're talking about the Lego flank onto CPLAY. I thought you were talking about the CPLAY flank onto Beta there. Yeah,
I didn't see that. I was watching Sorex.
I just saw Blub jump in as you said. Here comes the demo man on the medic. I was like, what a flank coming from the sky! As another mid skirmish happens out here. There's no Ubers during all of this action. Actually, Beta is healing for the rest of this play. CPLAY have only got their DM skills to rely on, and actually Beta picking up a kill with his own DM skill, showing that medics can contribute more to than just spectating and healing their players.
Yeah, I think you'll see that in Beta's frag show at the end of the season. So that was a really decisive fight. I thought Lego were kind of behind and going to lose this round, but they pulled that out of the bag there. It was key that Sorax got that flank on Cube towards the end. It was a bad decision for CPLAY to leave their medic alone just to trade for Beta in the end, as it's worked out. And 1-0 to Lego, and then we have a game.
Yeah, very, very strange. Suddenly Lego just tear it away from CPLAY's very controlled arms, and now they have chose to not put Profex on Sniper anymore. Suddenly there's a quick, I don't know, just like change, like a responsibility change or what, or whatever. I don't know. It seemed like they were doing much better with the Sniper, and now they've decided to take it off, and they're losing rounds. Hildreth.
Yeah, I think Lego figured out how to counter the Sniper, perhaps. So Profex just switched off of it too early. Who knows? Who knows there? But they've won that middle, and they actually. But CPLAY actually do have Uber.
Sorax, he just walks into like 4 or 5 players on that bridge area, takes out Kerry, and then just lives to tell the tale. This is unbelievable. But he does get, to give the rest of CPLAY credit, he does get taken out every other opportunity. So maybe we're hopping on Sorax just a bit too much. As actually, Profex must have heard me, he must be stream sniping, and he's picked up the sniper rifle once again, and he welcomed his sniper debut again with a pick onto Beta, and now CPLAY just pick up the rest of the pieces, the Lego pieces, with that Uber. And now Phil coming in with a big ambitious bomb onto Cuba. He didn't see it coming whatsoever. There was only 3 stickies under his feet before he even knew what was going on. And now CPLAY still pick up the rest of that mid.
They always come in 2 waves, these Danes. I don't know if you've ever played Rome Total War. In fact, I'm probably just making it up, but
look at you hitting on the niche crowd.
I was going to say the first wave after they lost their medic to force you with the second wave to get the medic down, and look at them push straight back in with confidence. They've already picked Blob up. And
I'm sure the one Total War fan watching this is going, oh, that Hildreth character.
Well, one in the 20 viewers we have.
Yes.
I'm sure we'll get thousands of views on the VOD, don't worry, bro.
Yeah.
We're going to be famous.
I was going to make a big heart maybe saying, like, if you're watching this on the VOD, you chose poorly, you should have been watching us on the live. But I'm not going to harp on anyone. There are 3 very good games on tonight. If you are looking for them, they are on teamfortress.tv and teamfortress.tv 2 respectively. As now we have Dob going for an ambitious play on this flank area, sort of kind of supported by Kerry on that flank there. Profex is still playing the sniper, see what he can make happen. But I haven't seen him get anybody for a while, Hildreth.
Yeah, it looked like that might have been a suicide wave, but you know, they're 2.5 minutes down on the clock. I'm not really sure if they have time to do that.
Sorax is in at the respawn of CPLAY there, and actually does get taken out. But I don't know what Sorax was doing there. I think he was just trying to find the medic. and he just found a scout, and he was just like, oh, I'm busted, I need to get out of here. But now, whilst I'm hopping on, CPLAY are making a push onto here. They get minced by the Lego meat grinder. Josh throwing some air shots into the mix, and now Cuba's trying to quickly back out with his tail between his legs. He does actually squeeze out of there. That is very lucky play coming after Cuba there. Dob actually jumps off the cliff and commits suicide. He does not like where he feels a bit left out with CPLAY dying. He wants to die as well.
Yeah, they've Lego have gone 3 down here, so I think CPLAY should be able to push back here. Look at that, the focus rate onto Sipolchi. He actually goes behind to give his combo some time, but Phil does actually get caught. Beta making a very wise decision to push out, pull out there. 2 minutes 34 to chase down. A minion, I thought, Lego actually did a really good job in that fight. Josh was beasting it, hitting all sorts of shots, but they overextended and gave
Sorex on this cliff area, taking on 3 players. He gets the Demo Man very low, as well as the Scout Palm. He actually had to bring in Dob in there to kind of finish him off. So 3 players being focused onto Sorex there. The Uber comes out on the right-hand side. Meanwhile, with the rest of the team, the rest of the game, Ubers get exchanged on the other side. Phil's just quickly backing off to the left-hand side to pick up some health. Things are kind of plateauing right now. Both teams are just kind of shooting evil glares as Josh makes the big ambitious jump and takes out Feeling as well with some support from Sorex, and now it's just a game of focus fire. Can they take out Blub in time? Selblich actually goes all commando and suicidal and takes out Blub by just hugging him, and now Profix it's up to him to kind of just bite off 3 players, but it's just too hard, and Lego get another round onto the board.
I've been kind of like watching Sorex. I think he feels like he's kind of playmaking for Lego. A lot of these rounds he's just jumped into people's faces and just took on any fight. Died quite a lot, but he's also made some big plays. I think he's kind of just leading his team forward. And I mean, even there, he just jumps onto the cliff.
He sure was leading there as he just kind of walks into 5 players and dies immediately. And now Phil does pick up a pick onto Kerry, but they've got so much point press in C-play now. But the big flank from Josh now, he actually takes out a soldier. Blub is in absolute panic array. Cuba has no idea where to go, walking about with 2 HP. The rest of the scouts are kind of batting off these the flies, the leftover pick classes from C-play. And now C-play have actually wiped during all that. In saying that they had all this point presence, they just didn't see Josh coming.
Yeah, Josh has really stepped it up. On this map, he's playing really well. Sorex does trade with Profix. I mean, he hasn't particularly done anything amazing, just ran in there and hit a few shots. He does seem to be dying quite a lot, but I think it's his presence alone as the fact he's always in your face. It's kind of throwing C-play off a little bit. But there's actually an Uber force here onto Beta. They've not achieved anything with it. Great rockets and fueling. So a chance for C-play to get back into the round. 3 down for Lego.
Yeah, but they do have Sorex up now. He's just walking into 4 players and gets taken out again. It's just pretty much a look at the dice roll. If he walks into 1, 2, maybe 3 players, he will come out with a kill at the very least. A kill or trade, or hell, may even wipe them all. But if he walks into just the blob of C-play, he's just done for. It's just too much of a look game for Lego right now.
I think he's running into loads of 1v3s, to be honest, but it is nice to have a player that's not afraid to get forward. There he goes, dying ahead of his team. Yeah, it's not really a good choice, but Lego are trying to follow this up.
Sepulch really wants to be like his scout partner, Sorex gets taken out there as well.
Well, they are down on Uber though, so it's not going to cost them too much, that's the thing.
Well, I guess maybe if this is all you've been, this is all you know, and this is what's been working, why stop now? Sure, if it fails a few times, you can always just go back to the drawing board and try again. And now the Uber actually does come out for Crizzle, but the counter Uber comes swiftly after with Cuba, doing a good job of, I think, a very modest milk there. They actually launch Beta into the air. He gets swiftly cleaned up by Feeling, and now they're just hopping around the medic trying to clean up the rest of the flags, but they didn't see those stickies coming. They do actually take out Cuba there, and now there's just chaos reigning left, right and centre. It seemed like a trading card game there, Hildreth.
Yeah, it was in the end good defense from CPLAY to win that fight, but losing their medic at the end of it. I think this will allow Lego to recap the point because of the quick spawns. It must be frustrating for Lego though to constantly lose their medic at the end of an Uber fight, being the first frag. It must be. I'd find that really hard to play over the Doberman, to be honest.
Yeah,
I'd be yelling at Beta a lot. It might be unlucky though, who knows? But Lego do recap predictably. Here's that Sorex flank we were talking about. Here we go.
It takes out Feeling, and but he swiftly gets cleaned up by Profex now, and Phil actually gets overextended there and gets taken out as well.
Where
he
was the aggression?
He was kind of sporting on that right hand side where the health pack was, trying to help out his buddy Sorex, and gets taken out as well. And now the rest of the Lego players are falling like dominoes.
Yeah, Blob was trying to have a go at Beta. He hit a pipe, but Beta managed to escape. I was kind of saying there whilst you were talking, where was the aggression from Lego? The bombs to follow up Sorex's flank there.
I don't know.
I
think they were just kind of chilling, or they had something else on the plate. And Feeling with a very clean 1-2 punch coming onto Josh there, taking him out immediately. There's more fights going on to the mid there. CPLAY kind of pins it in, but they've used the Uber to kind of like stop this crushing blow from Lego. And now Cuba's in probably the worst position you could be as a medic on this map. He has to get taken out by the roller of Dr. Phil, and now it's just Sorex and a bunch of low players. Oh, Sorex likes this, he likes this game a lot, but he actually gets taken out immediately by Kerry. The rust is not showing on this man, the veteran from N20 Gaming. And now more chaos reigns onto the midpoint as CPLAY get their respawners up. They take out Crizzle. Whew. What a fight.
I thought the combo for CPLAY managed to get themselves trapped in there, but Cuba ended up just sort of dying for his team. Lego, maybe did they go a little bit far forward to try and get that frag? Who knows? Good play by CPLAY to pounce on them after they lost their medic.
Panic situation for Lego now as they have actually slapped out the trump card of Sorex on Sniper now. If you can get a guy that can constantly hit his shots, why not slap him onto that headshot making machine? And now they're just kind of scrambling on any sort of point presence so they can just keep that cap. If as long as it's capped, it can't end the round, Hildreth, as now the fight still continues. Dog gets a very nice clean shot onto the medic here. It might be the cushioning blow as CPLAY have kept their medic alive. Phil's trying to make a play. He gets the medic very low. He just takes it out, takes out the scout, capping onto point. It's moments away from getting capped. It's just Feeling left alive. Blob is already in resupply. He's waiting for his team. He's not coming to the fight. How did Lego hold on to that?
Big plays there by Phil. Look at that. More the 3k there to defend the point. I've noticed Sorex switching onto Sniper. He's actually gone back to spawn. Is he going to switch to Scout? He has. Feeling the pressure here, but he's actually out of this fight for the time being.
Look at all that point presence cap. They actually have to stay fixated onto that point. They've got no over to defend themselves. They've got double rockets with this CPLAY blob just blobbing up, and the Demoman isn't what he used to be, Hildreth. He can't take out that blob just as effectively as he used to. But now they've worked it somehow. Sorex with the big flank. He's like, what are you doing here, Sorex? Aren't you Sniper? No, I'm Scout. I'm coming in. I'm eating on your medic. I'm going to go on to Profex. And no, actually, Phil takes that. Greedy Phil. Sorex wanted the world and he just took him away from him. But maybe he won't care so much if they win this round.
Oh, this is intense right here. They're just kind of coming in one at a time here, CPLAY.
No. Oh, no. CPLAY are getting very desperate here. The clock is really straining up against them. Maybe Dob could have just delayed it just a bit longer there and pushed with his team. But now the big stampede of CPLAY, and they have an Uber to fight up against. It's over. It's GG. Lego have won it. One map.
Fantastic performance of Lego on Viaduct. I mean, well, the way they started this map, I thought they were going to lose because they kind of first half of the first round they weren't looking too good, but I don't know, they just really pulled it together. They got Viaduct down way more. That last fight from Lego really showed they put up a really good performance on that map.
Yeah, Sorex immediately leaves as soon as the game is over, almost like dropping the mic on his performance, gets out of there. Let's have a look at some logs, Hildreth.
I'm going to gamble and say Sorex's logs won't be... I think he'll have really good damage, but they'll be kind of the same as last time. That's my feeling.
And that's your feeling?
I knew somebody'd bring that up, but like... Actually, I'm talking out of my backside when I look at these
Just be glad we aren't casting reason, because I would be just giggling every 10 seconds.
Oh no.
Yeah, just don't give me a reason.
I guess that's why they got you on this one.
No, actually, I got to choose this. I was kind of struck back. Admirable gave me the choice between the two games. It was either this or the Shadowburn, I guess, show on the other stream. But no, I chose this. I thought this would. I love me some Sorex plays rather than the Invincible Soldier. All right, let's have a look at these logs. Okay. So again, go straight to that EP. We have Dr. Phil on a very, very healthy, almost 8k damage, and swiftly followed by Blub, the Demoman. So it's nice to see the Demoman haven't majorly been affected on the Viaduct map since the nerf. And then followed up by Profix and Sorex, and then yada yada yada. So what can you read from these logs, Hildreth? What do these logs? What stories does that this tell you?
It tells you that Phil had a much better map than he did against on the first map. He out-damaging his other Demoman, but important thing, positive KD. When you're alive, 12 deaths really makes a lot of difference in this game. When you're just alive as a Demoman, what you can do. You could see the other things, and a lot of kills for Profix. He was really kind of doing what Sorex does for Lego on CPLAY.Tt's side, but Sorex got a little bit more damage in the end. But you can really see that Josh really had probably the best soldier performance on the field in that map, because I saw him towards the end of the end of the first round and the second round. He was like hitting so many directs. It was pretty amazing.
Well, whilst you were talking, Hildreth, I was seeing if we could get some players in for some interviews, but it seems they're all both offline right now, kind of to avoid that any possible, I guess, messages whilst they're trying to concentrate on the game. So maybe they'll come online very soon, but I can't get anybody in for an interview right now.
No, there are other games in the Team Fortress TV world, and they're actually all going on at the moment. I won't spoil it if any of our viewers wanted to watch the VODs for them, but they're both of the matches are going on the other streams right now as Team Fortress TV number 1 and 2. Well, they're not actually numbered number 1. It's just
Yeah. So if you are just concluding right now, and the other games are happening, you can actually tune over to Team Fortress TV for Reason versus the Nuts and Rollerbladers. If that's still going on, and if it's not, don't worry, you've still got Team Fortress TV 2 to check out Suave versus Lethal Gaming. Maybe they're still both playing their games, who knows? But even if they're just tuning out now, they might have some interviews that you can quickly chime in. And if you've missed all that action, you can still go to our YouTube channel. I think it's youtube.com/Team Fortress TV. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, if you just punch it into the search bar, I'm sure you'll find it.
I'll tell you, because I am obviously subbed to that channel. Yeah, it's just Team Fortress TV.
All right, cool. All right, so if we can't get any players in for any interviews, then I guess it's time to wrap up. You got any shout-outs for me, Hildreth?
I want to shout out to Sim for the high production quality, and the rest of the Team Fortress TV crew, and shout out to all of the Team Fortress TV casters. Yeah, that's about it, really.
Oh, you.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, you stop it. You can come
and the
cast
teams
and almost any time. Yes, very well played from the team. Big shout out to them. I'm just going to have a quick shout out to Not Even Trying and a guy called Perko. Oh, we actually have a Herpy coming into the wrong channel. You're looking for the other channel, Herpy?
I'm just gonna wait. See ya.
Alright, see ya. Okay. Production values. Alright. So, this has been week 6 of our CPLAY versus Lego coverage. This is season 20, powered by TT Sports. This has been Team Fortress TV, signing off. We'll see you next time.